Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another live video. I'm gonna cross this road. Um, yeah, this was the topic that I really wanted to do today, but because I was rushing to get back home, right, I couldn't do the topic. And I was thinking, should I do the topic now? Should I not? And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna take my time to get to where I need to get to and just do it because I need to get somewhere before 6:30 and I won't make it, and I'm not going to live my life trying to get to places just for the sake of time, right? Today I'm just going to call it quits and literally take a break, take it easy and do this video just so I can, sorry guys, just so I can take the time to get the message out to you guys. So hard to cross this road, guys. I'm just going to wait. So anyone that's tuned in for the purpose of the title, just please bear with me because it's going to take a while for me to get onto the topic. As you can see from the title, forgive your parents, right? This video should be suitable for anyone that is following Christ, anyone that is of any other faith, anyone that just wants to have a healthy relationship with their partner, family, with anyone in their life. They want their lives to be good. They want to have a clean heart, where they don't have to worry about anything. 1 second, guys. Yeah, where they don't have to worry about anything, right? They just want a life with no problems, everything simple. Any issues from the past, I just want to squash it and just move forward. And just a reminder, everyone says this on the internet, forgiveness is not about building bridges, right? It's not about building bridges with that person. It's up to you. It's entirely up to you if you want to do that. It's healthy to be able to have a relationship with someone where you put your differences aside and you set healthy boundaries and you say, you know what, moving forward, this kind of relationship will work for me. So, you know, with people that do co-parenting, they may realise that they don't actually get on in the relationship and they feel like it's better to only text each other when it involves being a child, right? So just having those healthy boundaries. Sorry guys, it's so windy, so I hope you guys can hear me. Yeah, it's about having healthy boundaries and obviously I might go off topic a bit in this video because it's about, you know, forgiving parents, but I might go off topic. I do apologise in advance for that. Yeah, guys, where do I begin? It's so windy, it's actually distracting me, right? I kind of like doing these videos if I'm just sitting down, you know, in one place and not walking. I'm going to try my best to deliver the message as much as possible. Anybody that's been reading the Bible, anyone that follows God, should know there's a commandment in there that says honour thy father, honour thy mother, right? If I've said it wrong, please forgive me, right? It's about honouring, right? And we did a video previously about that, but today it's about forgiveness. Forgiveness is very important, especially if you're a believer of God. You need to forgive in order to get into heaven, because anything that you don't forgive people on, God won't forgive you for your sins. So that's very powerful, and we all know this, guys. We all know this. We all have our issues, issues with people individually, and we know the rules. Hi Scott, hi, hey, how are you? Thank you so much for the like. We all know the rules, but we still struggle to apply it to our lives. And I understand. I'm not here to judge. I totally understand why it's so hard. You know, because of the foundation that's been set, especially by Satan. He set those foundations where it makes it so difficult for people to forgive their loved ones, to move forward. And forgiveness is very healing for your heart, right? People don't realise that. The things that you actually store in your body does manifest into sickness. A lot of illnesses come from not forgiving people, because that's why a lot of people, they go to the hospital, they go to the doctors and they're trying to fix something, right? And the doctors can't fix it, the nurses can't fix it. And it's something as simple as forgiveness. And, you know, these things are spiritual. People don't realise that. They don't realise that when you hang on to a lot of hurt, a lot of past trauma, things that you haven't forgiven or let go of, they do manifest into sickness in the body, heart attacks, things like strokes, cancer, a lot of things like that can be a source of it. Is my backpack open? No, it's not. Sometimes my backpack opens if I've like sucked up too much. Let me read the comments. Give me a moment. Down still, but fine. Oh, what's up, Sky? I need to call you AP. I keep always wanting to call everyone AP. I'm okay, Sky. I'm actually having a good day. I'm now going to decide to chill, just take my time to get to where I need to get to. I'm not going to rush. I'm really not going to rush. Hi, Ghosted. How are you? Hey, Jemima. How are you? Hi, Ariana. How are you? Such a cute name, Ariana. Thank you so much for the like, guys. Hi, what kind of thoughts? I hope it's not depressive thoughts. Hi, Banana. How are you? Thank you so much for coming back on my live. Thank you so much. I love it when people come back. I actually love it. Hi, Sayada. How are you? Hi, everyone. Yeah. So. Bad thoughts, please no, Sky. So guys, do you see how I responded to you guys with joy and happiness? That's the kind of thing that happens when you forgive people. You can finally smile with them, you can laugh with them, because you both have squashed like whatever problems were laying in the background. You've had a mature conversation. I'm fully aware there's a lot of people that will not have that mature conversation. I am fully aware of it, and that's why when you leave things for so long, it does grow and manifest into something very disastrous, right? This is what happens, and people don't realise this. That if people could see what was happening inside our bodies when we hang on to things or cause hurt in other people's lives, then they would know. Then they would know not to cause it, not to do it, because sometimes the silent problems are the most deadliest thing. When I used to work in a workplace, I used to get very stressed. Sorry guys, I can't speak, so I'm like shouting because the cars are so loud. I used to get very stressed because I used to put in, holidays in. But the woman that used to authorise holidays, she didn't like me. Thank you so much for the live. So what would happen is I used to feel scared to go and ask if she looked over my holidays, right? And when it was actually locked down, my body started to get tense. There was a week of it, it was in March, a week of March, my body got very tense, and I was having like, I don't know, almost like panic attacks, and I was worried. I was like, what the hell is wrong with me? And then I reflected and I realised that every year in March, that's when I'm stressing about my holidays. So my body remembered that this time, this week, every year, you're stressing about holidays. So my body naturally remembered it and it performed it. Because your body actually remembers information. It remembers like dates, months, right? Your body works on cues as well. So if there's a certain time when you're very stressed every year, like say if someone gets stressed every year, like Christmas time, right? Like really badly stressed, your body remembers it, and even if you're no longer stressed, your body will repeat that kind of pattern, and that's how dangerous it is. When that happened to me in lockdown, right, that's when I knew that my workplace was causing a lot of damage to me. But when we had the lockdown, I was already made redundant at that point. So when I was stressed, I was thinking, what is going on with my body? Thank you so much for the lights, guys. I'm so out of breath. Oh my gosh, I'm so out of breath. The comments are brilliant. Someone subscribe, thank you. Nurai, I can't say your name. If it comes up on my notifications, I will subscribe back to you. Guys, I'm in bad thoughts. We'll have to do a separate video now. Hi Nurai. Hi Christina. Hi Sayada, how are you? I heard that Estefan told you everything I do. Yes, Scott, he did. I just came back from picking up food at my school. Nice. Did you pick up a banana? Banana. Is that true or no? I don't mind if it is. Yeah, it was true, Sky. I'm joking. I did not stop. Okay, no way. So AJ's put lots of emojis. Yeah, so as I was saying, yeah, forgiveness is something that is very vital in life. I know, guys, I know how hard forgiveness is. This is why I'm doing this video. I really know how hard it is, and I want to get into the message before I get to where I need to get to, and then I don't deliver the message. So, with forgiveness, guys, okay, should we talk about our parents? So, our parents are not perfect, right? We are not perfect, right? Nobody's perfect on this earth, right? And what the message I want to get out to you guys is that everybody, because God told me this message, everybody on earth today, right now, everybody is breaking curses. Everybody's breaking generation curses or patterns or however you guys see it, right? Everyone is trying to break the repetition of patterns. Every single person, even toxic people, everybody on earth is actually in their own battle, right? Their battlefield, right? And this is what a lot of people don't realise, right? You know, I was speaking with my sister, and she always makes me laugh. She says she doesn't want to get a boyfriend, right? And I said to I told her about this message. I was like, because I said I was going to tell you guys about the message that God gave to me, that everyone's fighting a battle, right? Or breaking a curse or generation pattern or whatever you call it. Whatever you guys see it as, it's still a pattern, right? I said it to her, and I said, I used her statement, like she said before, that she doesn't want to get a boyfriend. And I said, even though you say that, right, people are going to say to you, oh, come on, you got to get into a relationship, just do it, right? But the thing is, they don't understand that she has a pattern that she's trying to break, because nobody vocalizes that, right? Nobody says, like I said to her, it's like if someone said that to you, you're not exactly going to say, oh, the reason why I'm not going to have a boyfriend is because I'm so used to seeing bad relationships around me that I don't want to repeat that pattern. Do you see what I mean? So most people, especially your parents, especially anyone in your family, even children are breaking patterns. Anybody around you, people that you work with, everyone's breaking. Sorry, guys. Everyone's breaking patterns, right? And when I say they're breaking patterns, they don't vocalize it, right? You can see this in your parents' teachings. If they, I don't know, for example, like my mom always said, don't smoke, right? She stressed it to me. She was like, don't smoke cigarettes, right? She said she did it once. She said never again, and I don't want you to do it. And I literally respected her talking to me about that, and I never smoked, right? Because I respected her wishes, right? But a lot of people don't realise that how people parent, they're literally trying to break patterns, especially when you see them raising children and they're trying to not make their children be exactly like their sisters or brothers' kids. It's very common. It's very, very common, guys. No, it wasn't on live, it was in a private message. Yeah, he told me, no, it was on a private message, sorry. He told me on a phone call, in a private phone call. Once you forgive, oh, I'm going to read this message one second, guys, and across as well. AP said, once you forgive, you relieve yourself of negative emotions plus you heal. Yes to that. I want to add more to that, actually, AP. Okay, so actually, no, let me go back onto that message and finish that message, and then I'll do AP's message, because I want to add more to that. When you realise that people are breaking patterns, and you realise that people are stuck in that, if you knew what patterns people are breaking, you would be more sympathetic with them, right? Because your parents are doing the best they can to break it. Obviously, some people are repeating patterns, right? It's like a trap. Like, for example, say if I have a child now and I'm like, right, I'm going to protect my child at all costs, right? I could do that, but then my child could be like the most satanic child ever, right? That anything I do to protect my child, they could hate me for it. They could be like, you're too overprotective, so you can't win. And then when they're having conversations with me, in my head, right, if they say, oh, you don't show me love, da, 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 in my head, I'm thinking I'm protecting you, but I'm not going to say to my child, listen, the pattern I'm trying to break is protecting you, because that wasn't shown in my family. So when you think about it, like the conversations that people have, they don't actually talk about the patterns they are trying to break. So when you think about that, everyone is breaking a pattern, right? Right? You don't know what they're trying to break, so they're not going to tell you. So when you put that into your head, and you've got people not forgiving their parent, they don't understand what their parent is trying to battle with, or what they're trying to break. The parents do what they think is best, right? They're not perfect, and you're not either. So if you're not perfect, you can't be holding people to a high standard, right? You see people do this in relationships as well, because their parents never met their standards. They now are expected to find partners that reach that standard. Is anybody perfect on this earth, guys? Is anybody perfect, right? So why are you expecting people to be perfect for you, right? Right, so that's the kind of point I wanted to cover. Once you understand that they are breaking a pattern that you know nothing about, right? Everybody around you, everybody in the world are breaking patterns. When you see like the government are breaking patterns. If they see that the previous government didn't do a good job, they are now trying to outdo that job, right? They're trying to set better rules. But then you get other people that are not satisfied with that, and then start cussing and saying, why have they changed the rule? Why have they done this when things were better before? This is a problem. You can't please everybody in this world. Please tell me why the rain is now spitting. Why is it raining now, guys? Why? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm literally trying to do this video. So AP said, once you forgive, you relieve yourself of negative emotions once you heal. I agree with that. It also cuts off the attachment to the issue. So forgiveness helps break certain patterns as well. For example, if you have like a family member that is so used to not being forgiven for making mistakes, right? So I don't know. Let me find an example. Guys, give me an example. So I don't know, if a mother hits her daughter, right, and then from generations down, every mother hits their daughter, so it's always the daughter that gets hit, for example, right? When one daughter actually forgives her mother and says, you know what, mom, you did that because you had to. It's something that's been, down your bloodline or whatever, it's been breeding into you, and I forgive you because you only did what you thought was best as a parent, right? I forgive you and I love you. That allows that parent to forgive themselves. So forgiveness, when you forgive others, you teach that person to forgive themselves, and they realise that they are a human, they're going to make errors, and they can move forward with it. If you hang on to grudges, you're making the guilt eat up inside that person. So you can't heal and they can't heal, right? Obviously, we don't know what's going on inside people's minds. I understand there's some people that are a bit crazy and they don't really care what people are thinking, right? But we don't know. We're not in their heads. We can't assume we know what people are thinking or feeling, right? So we've got to allow people that space to grow. And if you are holding your parents to that standard where you're like, okay, you made this happen to me, you didn't protect me, you should have loved me or whatever, what is that changing, right? You have to accept that they couldn't be that person, they couldn't be that right person for you, and that's okay, because one person can't be everything for you. And I've said this before numerous times, right? If you have a relationship, you can't expect your partner to be funny, supportive, I don't know, just everything for you. It's not doable. We have to understand we're dealing with human beings, right? If we go around expecting everyone to be perfect, what kind of rule or life are we setting for people? If you're going to be like that, you need to be perfect for everyone too. You need to be perfect for everyone too. So forgiveness is so important. So many comments. Confused. Why did he tell you everything I do? Can we save this for another time, because I feel like it's a long story. I've not seen rain in 4 weeks. We have rain here. I don't believe in violence, but that can be forgiven most definitely. Yes, with violence, violence is not acceptable, but it happens. There's usually a reason for violence. Like when someone commits violence, they don't just do it for no reason. It could be a trigger, it could be the behaviour of the person, and yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to forgive them in a way that you're like, okay, if I forgive them, that means I agree with violence. No, you just accept that it's happened, and you know, especially it depends on the conversation you have with the person, because some people do violence and then they literally say they wish they never done it, they wish they walked away from the situation. But we have to forgive people because we're all going to make mistakes. I'm in Spain, it's 4 degrees. I want to come back to you guys. Oh my gosh, take me to Spain, please. Yes, as I was saying, the second point I wanted to make, and I completely forgot it. Wait, guys, I literally thought of all the points before. I'll have to go. I have to go soon as well. I actually forgot my second point. I had second and third point. This is so bad, guys. I completely forgot. So the first one was that everyone's dealing with battles. The second one was the sun has really got to my head. Right. I can't remember, guys. I cannot remember for the life of me. I cannot remember my second and third point. This is so bad. Yeah, but you can do more in Spain than here. Literally. You can go to the beach and stuff like that. You might as well be in a cold shower all day, every day. That's true. What was my second and third point that I made earlier today? About forgiving parents. I forgot. I completely forgot, guys. Yeah, but to summarise, I'm going to summarise this video now. I have to get going. But to summarise this video, I wanted to talk more about how to forgive them actually. This video is so all over the place. Right, who hit their parent? Well, if you hit a parent that you hate, there's a lot of children that actually do that actually. A lot of them hit their parents. You have to probably take anger management classes. This is a problem. Parents can't discipline their kids anymore, which means that kids do get out of hand. Guys, I'm gonna go though. I'll try and do part 2 to this video. Yeah. See you guys.